I'm Nora Jovine.
Say it again.
I'm Nora Jovine.
How do you spell the last name?
Jov as in Victor, I-N-E.
I-N-E.
Correct.
Okay. Nora Jovine.
That is me.
And you are from London originally.
Yes.
So quickly walk through your bio, and then we'll get to the key question.
Okay, so I grew up in London, developed a taste for hanging out in museums, and now that inspired me to come to the beautiful city of Chicago. Well, that and the hit series Shameless,
really?
which probably isn't the best inspiration, but
Wow.
I liked it.
Wow.
And yeah, so I studied at the University of Chicago, primarily game design and film. I have 2 games published on Steam, 2 on itch, working on a 5th one right now.
Right.
Yeah,
So that's impressive, right?
Yes.
More even as impressive to me as a Northwestern graduate that you went to the University of Chicago, which I consider creme de la creme, the greatest school in the country, the most demanding, insanely intelligent people go there. And I worked there actually briefly, but we won't get into that. The point I'm making is that you are a photographer on the top floor of the observatory at the John Hancock.
Yes.
Instead of working some incredible job because you went to University of Chicago.
Yes.
And so I want to get to the point of that. Like, why is it, what's happening in the workforce right now where incredibly qualified people like you can't get hired?
There is.
You were just saying, I mean.
Yeah. There is a demand for. It's the consistent problem in every field. I've talked to other graduates, an entire cohort of people I know who have just graduated from, as you said, this fantastic institution, and there are no entry-level positions. People don't want to take risks on college students coming out of college without experience in extraordinarily specific things, right? They want 5 years of sales experience for any job that you're doing. They want, they want people who, because they have the option, because there are people still looking for work. Mm-hmm. That alongside like remote work, meaning that you have to compete on a globalized field for like entry level stuff, just makes it really difficult to get your foot in the door. That's why I'm happy to be here. I love my coworkers. But it's like you need to have years of experience before you get the job that you want, and that's that.
You're telling me that even applying to McDonald's,
yes,
you went through a 15-minute
yes,
AI interview. It's crazy.
And that's the other thing, is that and people say AI is replacing jobs. You were asking earlier, what is the problem, because I was saying that I have a lot of opinions on AI. And people are using AI to replace jobs that really just need human care and connection. I think so many people are using technology to replace things that they just didn't grow up with, in the sense of that people are so used to convenience and don't understand that anything that is worth having is worth fighting for. Having a community of people working together is so much more important than having the convenience of ChatGPT giving you an answer in 15 minutes. Nobody goes to their local libraries anymore. I have my library card right here. There's stuff like that where it's just I don't know. McDonald's won't hire me.
That is crazy. You're
crazy.
A UFC graduate, and McDonald's won't hire you. Why?
Because they know that I don't want to work there. College graduates have a turnover rate that is a little bit higher than people who don't have the opportunity to go to those schools, right? Because it's if they know that they can keep you stuck in a job that is hurting you and they can pay you minimum wage forever, they know that you don't have the flexibility of choice. You have a degree, they see, you have the flexibility, you in theory have a flexibility of choice.
Oh,
they don't want to keep you, right? They don't want to hire you.
Interesting.
Okay, I can't get the entry level of a college graduate.
Wow.
But I can't get the baseline minimum wage job of something I got here, right? But there's a level there of
But this is crazy.
Yeah.
This job, as lovely as it is disproportionate to your skill level. It's crazy.
Yeah,
so, but yeah, of course, you've adapted to it and you're happy, blah, blah, blah. But it's still fundamentally this question you raised, which is that people who did not go to college have a better chance of getting hired than those who did go to college, correct?
It depends on the job, right? You're not going to be a lawyer. But in service industries, yeah. Because also, the people who don't have the opportunity to go to college spend the 4 years that I spent, reading Hobbes and Locke or whatever.
Right.
And instead have been working bar back positions, servers, front of house, back house.
Interesting.
And so they have those years of experience that I don't. Which is I'm going to hire the guy who's done this before. It makes sense to me.
Exactly.
And so there's an element of that as well.
But it's kind of funny because it used to be I never, of course this is a long time ago, this is 1981 that I graduated Northwestern, but literally, I had no trouble getting a job. Like I didn't even think about it. I never once had I never interviewed for it. I just kind of like, oh yeah, this is available, dude. Like, okay. I mean, it was just
that
like
sounds like a dream.
It was like so crazy. I mean, I had several jobs in the city, but I was like, I worked at the Newberry Library. I was a fundraiser in Chicago. I mean, just on and on. I never, ever, ever interviewed for a job.
Yeah.
And now it's crazy what you have to, the hoops you have to go through.
Yeah, and it's like between like, I think there's an element of people from like previous generations. Like I talk to my parents about this stuff, and they're like, you just have to go up and tell them. I go up to these jobs, I give them my business cards, they say, go to our career site, apply through there. And then you apply through there and it's like, I have my phone blowing up with AI interviews where it's just it's like a fake call and they want to interview you and they ask you these like completely sterile questions. And then it's like, I never hear back again. And it's like, just doing that consistently and it's like, I'm not giving up, right? Because, you give up and you're done.
No, but I think it's kind of, there's something I've been saying this now probably for 12 years, maybe longer, but like LinkedIn has LinkedIn
is a joke.
It's a joke. It'll publish like let's say you're the director of I'm a director of communications. I've been a journalist and I was a director of communications. And so like it'll pop up with the director of communications at Disney. It's like, of course, that's a dream job. You'd want to work at director of communications or something equivalent.
Yeah.
You don't like Disney, whatever. Name a corporation. And it's like they're never going to hire people from LinkedIn.
No.
And it's like. And it's just to get traffic. I don't know how they benefit, but it definitely gets traffic to LinkedIn. And it's a joke because there's, and I've now applied.
I love their newsfeed too. It's so funny.
It's a joke. I've applied for so many jobs out of college, I was working on the Hill, Capitol Hill. I was a comms director for a top-ranking guy in appropriations. Really tippy top 10 people on the Hill, top 20. He oversaw appropriations. I was his comms director. I cannot get a call back. Not even a looky
That's
loo.
crazy.
Hello.
Yeah.
And I can't, and I have so much experience.
Yeah.
I worked for Forbes forever. I mean, I have real
Those
experience.
are some brand names.
And so it doesn't matter. And so I'm wondering what the fuck is going on. It's affecting you, which is crazy.
Well, it's like, think about it. You're not competing against.
I'm the opposite. I'm the old guy. See, that's the other issue. I'm old. I'm 66. You're like 22, whatever. And so that's like, it's kind of the inverse, but it's the same.
Yeah. No, it's like, at either ends of the spectrum, you're competing against, I think, a much wider range than people have ever had to before.
Because of the global, the global.
Well, think about it. It's like global position. So remote is taking a lot of those entry-level jobs that I was talking about earlier. AI, that's another huge swath of like, people are trying to shift, like as an artist, right, and a designer, the amount of, like, it pisses me off every time I see an advertisement that's clearly made by AI. Because, like, any level of thing where they think they can get away with it, they will. Because they don't, if they think they can, a few less $100 for each product, they're going to do that. And so it's like, at each step of the way, people are trying to cut costs, and that results in cuts of labor.
Do you think that AI, the existence of AI, is part of the reason you're struggling? Are they less jobs?
I sincerely would love to say no, but I do think it is. In the sense of that, like, I wish I could say that people value art, which is, in my opinion, defined by the human experience. And I would love to say that people value that, but I think that the reality of the situation is that people know that they can make it cheaper using AI.
And you're saying there's a lot more unemployment among your cohort than there's been previously.
Like the New York Times just published an article on it that this year, like the past few years, college graduates have a higher unemployment rate than the average population. It has
never been the case.
No, it's the first time in history ever. It is like you can look at the graphs. I can send them to you later. Like it's crazy.
Wow. Well, I'm telling you, you are super qualified.
Thank you.
And I mean, and the University of Chicago, I mean, seriously.
I'll figure it out. I'm not stressed.
But I mean, wow, it's an eye-opening thing, and all I could say is good luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.